There's really nothing better than meat, cheese, bread, and some sweet and savory accoutrements. Joining us on this week's Food Friday is Kelsey Pettus, owner of Charleston Coastal Charcuterie. I don't know anybody, Kelsey, who doesn't love a good charcuterie board.
Same.
How did this become your passion?
Honestly, this kind of started out as a hobby, and I love being creative with things. I love, all the different varieties you can do with cheese and meat boards. There's so many different ways to style them, to place them, and it's one thing led to another, and it just kind of, we started a business with it.
Congratulations!
So it's a lot of fun.
And it's been about a year now that you've had the business.
Yep.
And we've got some developments in the works, so we'll get to that in just a little bit. But I would love to know, in your opinion, what makes the perfect charcuterie board?
To me, what makes the perfect charcuterie board is the right amount of soft cheeses, hard cheeses, some different varieties of cured meats, some fruits, nuts, olives, jam, honey, all the things.
I think that's why people love it so much, is that it pleases all the senses.
It does.
It's the sweet, it's the savory, it's all the other little bites, the crunchy, the soft.
Right.
I mean, it's just every possible sensation.
Right, there's something for everybody.
Yeah, there certainly is.
Yeah.
And lucky us, you've actually brought some things to put together a perfect charcuterie board.
Yes,
so where
I did.
would you start?
So I always typically try and start out and lay out my cheeses first. So today, so I always try to include different soft and hard cheeses. So this is a triple cream brie. It is absolutely delicious. So what I like to do, instead of just laying them out on the platter, I like to style them in different ways, give it some texture, some different variety. So with this, I'll just kind of layer them one on top of the other, just kind of fan it out.
Pretty.
This is a cheese that 95% of people are going to love.
Yeah.
It is definitely one of our favorites.
Would you say this is a mild flavor? Is this more of a...
I would say it's like a buttery,
robust,
creamy, mild flavor. Yeah, so it really honestly pairs well with everything.
Very nice.
Now this one is a manchego. It's kind of a classic. Everyone loves it. Now there's so many different ways that you can style this, really. Any way you do it, it's kind of always going to be appealing to the eye, but we'll go ahead and there's one way to do this. You can fan it out.
I think you have one extra one that you don't need, so
exactly.
I'm just going to eat this one.
Go for it.
I love manchego cheese.
Oh my gosh, it's one of my favorites. So yeah, and then another fun way to style this, after you cut it into little small triangles, you just alternate it and kind of form what I call the manchego zipper. And it's just it's just a fun way to display it on the board. People can grab and go kind of thing.
Oh, that's lovely. And if I can say, I've seen pictures of your charcuterie boards. They're magnificent.
Thank you.
I mean, first of all, it's packed with all kinds of things.
Right.
And you just display it so beautifully.
Thank
so
you.
this is really neat. This is a cool trick. All right, and I see the soft cheese over there.
Yep. So this is a shallot and chive cheese dip. One of my favorites by Borson, and you can get it in a lot of different local grocery stores. Now this one is, you don't see very often, but this is one of my, I always say they're one of my favorites, but they're also good. But this is it's called a Bella Vitano Merlot cheese. It's kind of like a Merlot soaked taste that really pairs well with a lot, and it pairs very well with cured meats.
Oh, very
So
nice.
we'll just kind of do it like that.
Okay.
And then next up, I try and do the fruit. So we'll go ahead and take our bundle of grapes here.
Nice. And you like to have the fresh aspect of the fruit along with the cheese and the meat, and it kind of cuts through some of the heaviness.
Right, exactly. So it kind of lightens it up a little bit.
It does. And you also have some strawberries there.
So,
and dried fruit. I love the dried fruit.
And dried fruit, I always use some dried apricots, olives, all kind of stuff.
I'm going to help you.
Yeah, go for it.
So
yeah,
our audience didn't see that. There we go.
So we'll just kind of display it around, kind of get some color in there. And the cool thing about a charcuterie, board is that you can really do whatever, whatever you like, whatever. However you want to style it, it's going to turn out good.
And how important is it to have either jams, marmalades, honeys, things like that?
I always use honey, and one of my favorite jams is fig jam. Another really good one is apricot jam as well. But I just think that especially with some of the drier cheeses, you can always pair that well with jam and a cracker or bread, and it's
the
really
perfect
good.
combination.
It is.
And you do something very special with the meat. So why don't you show us how that works?
So I'll just so a lot of times I will take the meat and I will fold it in half, and I'll fold it in half again, and keep doing that, and just kind of fan it out. So we'll go ahead and put this there, and I'll show everyone how to create a little a little meat rose, if you will.
Lovely.
So this is what it turns out like.
Oh, isn't that so pretty?
So it's a cute little rose. This one is made of pepperoni. I feel like the color looks really good, so I use pepperoni for that. But what you're going to do is you're just going to roll it up really tightly.
Oh, isn't that so pretty? That's amazing. That's so
you.
easy.
It's so easy. It really is.
Wow, but
so
it
once
looks
you
like
have
such
that,
a
yeah, you just set
display.
it in the ramekin or container, and then you just take these, what I call leaves, but it's just little slices of meat, and just keep turning the container until it's all full.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
And then,
that is so pretty.
You get a cute little rose. So.
And what you've displayed here, about how many people would this serve? Realistically, if I'm not invited.
It depends on who you're eating with. However, probably I would say 4 to 6.
4 to 6,
yeah.
Okay. And then if I'm invited to the party, it's 1 to 2. So, no, this is wonderful. Kelsey, thank you so much.
Sure.
Now, you are going to be traveling with your charcuterie.
Yes.
You have a food truck now.
So we do have a food truck.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We rent commercial kitchen space at the Schoolhouse Event Center in Avondale area of West Ashley. So we're hoping to do a big grand opening launch party of the food truck. So yeah, we'll be able to do different lunchtime, walk-up orders. We're hoping to have these mini adult Lunchables for lunchtime hour, that kind of thing. So
the refined Lunchable.
The refined Lunchable.
Exactly. And what date is this?
We don't actually have a specific date, but hopefully within the next 2 weeks.
Okay, people can follow you where?
You can follow me on Instagram at CHS Coastal Charcuterie, and then on Facebook, and then go to www.chscoastalcharcuterie.com.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. Can't wait to start eating. We're back after this.